Hey man, what's up YouTube man? It's your boy Corey Hanson man. I'm back here with another YouTube video. Nigga! Nah though man. You already know. You already see. You already feasting. You already with me. My 30 in the beat. I got out with Ali. I did it. Nah though man, you already see man. You know what date it is. We don't have a Pacific day man, but it's T-Day nigga. T-I-E-R day nigga. Tier list day nigga. As you can see man, y'all already know we don't have no Pacific days. We just drop this shit on any day. We just do this on any time. We just do it on any line nigga. But nah man, as you can see man, it's tier list day, nigga. Now, I ain't gonna lie, we haven't did a little tier list in a little minute because, you know, your boy been trying to do something other than tier lists and shit. But, you know, as y'all can tell, I'm never gonna leave the tier lists. I'm gonna always come back to a tier list because this is what we started with, man. This is what we're gonna keep doing, nigga, until we can't do it no more, nigga. Now we got something different today. Now this is not the ordinary. We haven't did a female. Nah, we ain't never did a female on the channel though, bro. At all, nigga. We haven't did a female yet, nigga. We just been doing strictly males. So man, I got something a little different, man. I did something a little different. Nah, though, man. We got one of the GOATs, man. We got Nicki Minaj, nigga. Y'all give her a round of applause, nigga. A round of applause, nigga. Nah, though, man. Nicki Minaj, man, one of the GOATs in the game. Probably one of the greatest female rappers for real. To be real, if we really being honest, nigga, I can't lie, we gotta be real now. Nah though, man, Nicki Minaj, man, like, nah, I ain't gonna cap, man. We all know Nicki Minaj a good rapper and stuff, nigga. We haven't did no female on the channel, so I decided to do something a little different, you know. I decided to do a female for once, you know, but cause I don't just listen to male rappers, but I listen to a lot of stuff, bro. And Nicki Minaj, she definitely in my like replay in my playlist and stuff. I just kind of grew up listening to her and stuff like that, you know. But hey man, if you new here, hit that subscribe button, man. If you old here, hit that subscribe button, man. If you think you saw one of my videos before, hit that subscribe button, man. I'm not playing, man. We going crazy all 2020, 24, nigga. But nah, man, Nicki Minaj, bro. So y'all know how these videos go. If you don't know how these goes, we don't do no mixtapes, nigga. But we gonna do one of her mixtapes because she kind of re-released it on streaming services and stuff like that. So we're gonna do one on. It's kind of classic, so it's like, why not do it? You know, it's kind of like what kind of jump started her career type shit. But that's it though. That's the only one we're gonna be doing and stuff. So we're gonna do no EPs, no mixtapes, just strictly studio albums, cause we gotta see what you could do on the actual album, nigga. Not no mixtape. You could do anything on the mixtape, but we gotta see what you gotta do on the albums, nigga. So yeah. Beam Me Up Scotty, man, by Nicki Minaj, man. This is the third mixtape by her that dropped on April 18, 2009, nigga. Nigga, I was a kid when this shit dropped, man. But yeah, man, Beam Me Up Scotty by Nicki Minaj, man, that dropped in 2009, nigga. Now, I ain't gonna care, man. I was a young ass kid when it dropped, but I was still old enough to be on the motherfucking internet. And plus, I had an older sister at the time, nigga, that was blasting Nicki Minaj everywhere. But for really, Nicki Minaj was already buzzing around the like world down there. Like, she wasn't known yet. This when Nicki Minaj was still new to Young Money, new to like with Lil Wayne. Now, this when she was down there still under Gucci Man wing and shit. So it's like Nicki, she down there still was buzzing and still building her name up and shit. But she was doing that shit in a mighty good manner. And with this mixtape right here, she definitely showed her ass, like literally. And like she was down there rapping on this tape. Like it wasn't no singing and shit, no pop sounding. This strictly was rapping over other. She was on some Lil Wayne shit, rapping over other people's beats and washing them low key. Like with the Soulja Boy that she rapped on this beat. Like, some people kind of forget that this is a Soulja Boy song low-key. Some people down there always saying the Nicki Minaj version. And she spazzed on that bit. Like, I rightly can't disagree on that. She spazzed on that bit, nigga. But overall, though, if you talk about the actual tape and shit, this shit was pretty fire and shit. The songs on this bad boy on Take It is Gotta Go Hard with Lil Wayne. That's probably one of the best songs on this bitch. Itty Bitty Pity is fucking fire, nigga. Slumber Party with Gucci is fire. Kill the DJ is fire. I Get Crazy with Wayne is fire. Easy with Gucci Man and Rocco is fire. Beam Me Up Scotty is fire. Shit, even her re-releasing it. You know the tape is fire when you got to re-release on streaming services. With Seeing Green with Wayne, Drake, and Nicki. The shit felt like old times with Young Money back in like 2011 and shit. That shit is fire. So, subscribe to back. I'm gonna put this project in. I'm gonna put it in B tier since it's a mixtape and shit. It's not really like the craziest tape, but it's definitely the start of her rising career that low key blew her up. Cause this tape really blew her up like a motherfucker. Pink Friday, nigga. This is the debut studio album by Nicki Minaj that dropped on November 22nd, 2010, nigga. And man, boy, for a debut, nigga, she went absolutely insane, nigga. Now, after dropping Beam Me Up Scotty and shit, she just took off like a motherfucker and shit. She was going absolutely crazy, nigga. She watched Kanye on his own song, Monster, nigga, with Jay-Z on it, nigga. She was on every Daniel feature run and shit. She was just going absolutely insane, nigga. Like, she was Daniel a fucking superstar in a matter of a year, my nigga. And on the year, she was a fucking superstar, nigga. Like, the whole Young Money Oscar was going crazy and shit. And Wayne was in jail majority of 2010 and shit. So Drake and Nicki was Daniel carrying Young Money on their fucking back. And they didn't disappoint and shit. Wayne put all his trust to these niggas. And they didn't disappoint. She didn't really disappoint at all either, nigga. She went all out for her first debut. This is when she really started leaning into the more pop aesthetic. You know, she started really singing the shit. Now, she was still rapping now. Don't get me wrong. She was still rapping. But it wasn't really so much like Beam Me Up Scotty and shit. This is when she really started showcasing that I guess she could sing and shit. And she didn't do a fucking bad job of that shit. This shit was fire. Like, the animated, the Roman songs, just how animated she was and just how she did that shit and flaw through all these songs on this shit was absolutely fire as fuck, bro. Because you can't even count, bro. She was absolutely going insane and shit. Like, for this to be her debut album, she didn't really disappoint and shit. She was down there showing that, hey, nigga, I'm here to stay. I got a point to prove, my nigga, and she absolutely bodied that shit. Like, bro, look at the songs, bro. Super Bass, all that shit was fire. That was big hit songs, bro. You couldn't really escape the radios or MTV, nothing, bro, without seeing Super Bass, Your Love, did it on all that shit on TV or the radio, bro. She had the fucking rap game, the fucking shambles, and that span of that year, my nigga. But man, the Bad Boys, the songs I'm taking for this Bad Boy is definitely Roman Revenge with Eminem. It's fire as hell. Did it on, of course, I'm listening to that. Right Through Me, Fly with Rihanna is probably one of the top tier songs. Save Me on this album is fucking fire. Probably the best song on this album. Moment for Life with Drake is a classic. I'm taking that. Check it out. Will I Am is fire. Your Love, Dear Old Nicki is fire. Blazing with Ye is fire. Super Bass, it got cringy, but it's fire. Bedrock's a classic. Come on, bro. You know we putting this shit in S tier straight off the bat, nigga. Straight off the fucking bat, bro. Like, we putting this shit in S tier. She didn't disappoint, bro. For this to be her debut album, bro, this shit has no skills. Not one bad song on this shit. She went all out for her first album, bro. Like, for sure. Pink Friday Roman Reloaded, nigga. This is Nicki's second studio album that dropped on April 2nd, 2012. Only 2 years after Pink Friday. And boy, this album was a motherfucking roller coaster, I'll tell you that much. Now, at this point, bro, this nigga Nicki started, like, she really started digging deep in that pop shit. Like, she wasn't really too much rapping. It was rap, of course, but she started really digging with that pop shit. And for me personally, this one, it kind of lose me. This one, she kind of lose me just a little bit. Even though she redeemed herself 2 albums from this. She started really reaching in that pop. Like, the first half is strictly hip-hop type shit. Beats to the Trap with 2 Chainz of Smash. Then, so when it gets songs like Starships and shit, it just turned to a fully blown pop song and shit. And she didn't do bad necessarily. Like, it's not a bad album. It just, like, if you really love that pop shit, it's kind of too much auto-tune with the pop shit. That's kind of what this album kind of was a little bit. Now, I heard that she said she wanted to make a follow-up to Pink Friday with Just Having Fun. And you could low-key tell that that really what she was doing. Because, you know, like, she really sounded like she was really having fun on this bitch. But it just, like, when you set yourself up so high with your first debut album, like really your first two, the mixtape Beat Me Up and Pink Friday, it's like it's only so much you can expect. But I can understand with her trying some new shit since she was already that big in her career at that point. But it just like too much pop, bro. It just throw people off that listen to you with your rap shit. Just I'm pretty sure threw people off and shit. But that's just me though. But the songs I am taking for this project, I definitely take Starships. Even though it's annoying and got annoying because it was all over the radio at the time. It was a cool song. I heard that she said she kind of regret making that song, but shit, you already did it, so shit, you know. Beats to the Trap with 2 Chainz is fire. Right by My Side with Chris Brown. Probably one of my favorite all-time Nicki songs, to be real and shit. That song just a inspirational, powerful song and shit. It just one of those sleepers. Roman Holiday was fire. Automatic was fire. Stupid Hoe is fucking horrible, nigga. I don't ever want to hear that shit in the whip. Press Conference was fire though. Gunshot was cool. Besides those songs, those are the only songs don't take it for this shit. So I ain't gonna lie, man, I'm gonna have to put this album in D tier, bro. I just never really could get with this album and shit. Now the re-up is kind of the same shit of this project, so I just throw the re-up. I put the re-up in that project in D tier, bro. They not bad projects. It just she could have did so much better with the shit. That's just how I feel. The Pink Print, nigga. The 3rd studio album by motherfucking Nicki Minaj that dropped on December 12th, 2014, nigga. And man, bro, this shit was a huge step up to Pink Friday, Roman Reloaded. A huge step up. When I tell you like a bigger step up. Now she really abandoned that pop ass steady shit. It was still pop, but it wasn't as pop as like that album, nigga. That album was strictly pop after a while, nigga. This album was more like an R&B, more like hip-hop album, like more like a personal album, honestly, and shit. She got kind of real personal with this album. But boy, this album was a fucking banger, nigga. Now, when I say she went personal and shit, I remember this era like it was yesterday, nigga. I remember when Anaconda was going crazy. I remember the shoes she dropped with Jordan, which was fire as hell, nigga. I remember her not wearing makeup and none of her pictures and none of that. Like, every time you see her in public, she had motherfucking, like, no makeup on. She was just naturally being herself and shit. And that was, like, kind of one of the eras that went with this album. That's why I say it was more like a personal era of her music at that time. And with the music, but the music was like chef kiss, bro. This album was definitely a motherfucking banger and shit. A huge step up from the last album and shit. She had bang after banger on this project, nigga. And I remember when Anaconda was like then it had first just dropped, bro. That shit was all over the place. Now I ain't gonna lie, every young nigga my age, and I was like in what, 5th, 6th grade when this shit had dropped. Every young nigga my age, bro, watching that music video, boy, you can't tell me that. You know what I'm gonna say. You could tell me wanting to grab that lotion and run in that bathroom, my nigga. Cause boy, that music video right there, boy. Shit. Oh man, like I remember when Anaconda came out and that shit was like a big ass deal at the time. Like everybody in their mamas was, that shit was all over the place, nigga. But every song really was all over. Feeling Myself with motherfucking Beyonce was all over the place, which was a fucking banger. Truffle Butter with Drake and Lil Wayne was all over the place and shit. It was a good ass time, bro. She Dana just like started really just rapping again. Like that shit was a fire era, nigga. But nah, man, the songs I'll take for this bad boys for sure. Pills and Potions is, come on now, that's classy. You know we gotta add that in here. Favorite with Jeremiah is a banger and shit. Feeling Myself, Beyonce is a classic. Only with Drake and Chris Brown and Wayne was a fucking banger. Now I remember that song being like a big deal when Drake and Chris Brown was beefing. That shit was a big ass deal because we didn't think no niggas was gonna do a song, but they did. Bed of Lies is fire, nigga. Anaconda, even though it got annoying, it still was a banger and shit. Truffle Butter, of course, with Drake and Wayne was classic. That shit probably like one of the best songs on this bitch. Wannabes is fire, nigga. Mona Lisa is fire. I don't want to say the name, but the song with Meek Mill is fire. I ain't gonna lie, bro. We putting this shit in S tier now. We got 2 S tiers with Nicki, bro. That's just how good. Now she got a fire catalog, bro. Like I can't count. Like some albums for hit or miss, but some albums are fucking bangers, nigga. And this project is like, it was just chef kiss, man. That shit was fire as hell. Queen was dropped on August 10th, 2018. And it was her 4th studio album. And kind of the first album she dropped then after the Pink Print. Is like a 3-year hiatus of no like album for her ass and shit. She dropped this shit at an oddly time and shit. And when I say that, I mean at an oddly time, bro. Because at this point in 2018, Nicki Minaj wasn't the only female rapper and shit that was out. Like, cause any other year, she was the only female rapper killing shit, and then the only female rapper popping and shit. Besides like Iggy Azalea and shit back in 2014 and shit. But boy, around this time, a whole new era, whole new rappers had just came out. And it wasn't just male rappers, it was also other female rappers too. Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion would start to rise up and kind of take that shine that she had and kind of, you feel me, then it'll take over and shit. Cardi B was going crazy with single after single, winning Grammys, dropping albums. She was kind of all over the place and shit. And we all know the history between her and Cardi B and shit. So it was an odd time for her to come back to the game after waiting that long to drop an album and shit. And when she did, I mean, this album was cool. It didn't disappoint, but not rememberable at all, nigga. Like, this album for me personally, like, I remember this album being a big deal and shit. It was the first album to come out, but like around the time she had finally got back to, I guess, rapping and shit. And I remember this album being like a big deal for real because I remember like this 2018, bro, and I think Travis had just dropped Astroworld like the beginning of that August and shit. And you gotta realize Astroworld was at an all-time high. Like every song for Astroworld was down there charting and going crazy on the internet and shit. So when Astroworld debuted at #1 and she had to debut #2, I remember her being furious and shit. Like I remember she went on a whole rant about that shit. Like she was just on Travis' ass and shit because that shit went #1. Like that was crazy. I remember that being like a big deal and shit. But really, this album wasn't it. It just wasn't rememberable and shit. Now the songs on this bitch is cool. It just really felt like she was forcing a certain image. It's hard to explain. It just felt like she was really forcing some shit. I just don't know how to explain it at this point. But the songs on this bitch that I do like and shit's cool. You feel me? Chun Li was kind of like a semi-hit at the time. It was cool. Good form was straight on. Chun Sway with Sway Lee was fire. Rich Sets with Wayne was fire. Barbie Dreams was kind of like a big deal and shit with her like Dana dissing majority of the rap game and shit. That was cool, but besides them few little songs, they're the only songs I'm taking for this bitch. So personally, I put this project in like, I definitely put it in B tier. I definitely put it in B tier with Beam Me Up Scotty and shit. It's a cool project for her. Fire beats. It just wasn't rememberable at all. Like no replay value for sure. And now we on the latest album for Nicki Minaj. The sequel to Pink Friday 2 is dropped on December 8th for 2023. Now Barbs, man, before I say this, man, if any of y'all some Barb stands watching this, don't get mad when I say this, man. This is my opinion. I meant to state at the beginning of the video, this is my opinion, but bro, this album is fucking booty cheese, bro. And I tried to get that album so many listens, bro. I tried to get it so many listens when it dropped last year, man. Cause I actually fuck with Nicki Minaj, bro. And it's like, especially when you got the name Pink Friday 2, bro. Now I always thought Pink Friday Roman Reloaded was the sequel to Pink Friday, but I guess not. I guess that was just a random, I guess like the follow-up. I'm guessing this is actual the sequel to it. And when I tell y'all this album was so fucking trash to me, bro, like I really don't like this album for Nicki at all, bro. And I got a few reasons why I say that. I feel like she used way too many TikTok songs. I feel like she really tried to go for that TikTok rap on this album, bro. It really felt like she did, bro. Like with the songs, majority of the songs on here sound like some shit that could easily end. But it's crazy because majority of the songs on here are TikTok trends, which is crazy. And that really felt like that was the goal that she wanted to go with this album and shit. And I understand that's the way to market your shit now, but come on, man. No, bro. No, Nicki. Especially when you got the title Pink Friday 2, bro. This is the sequel to the classic Pink Friday, and you doing songs like this, my nigga. Hell nah, man. Like, no. And it's crazy because for the singles and shit, we thinking like, okay, this maybe like the song Last Time I Saw You was cool. Like, that was a fight. That sounded like classic Nicki and shit. So with songs like that, okay, we thinking like, okay, maybe this finna be like another pink print or some shit. No, nigga, this album was damn nowhere near like that. It wasn't even nowhere near the first Pink Friday and shit. Straight off the bat, I'm putting this shit in D tier, bro. I can't cap. This album is not it, bro. It is no. We putting this shit in F tier, bro. This is probably her worst album, like, to part, my nigga. I can't even cap, bro. I can't sugarcoat it. She really did disappoint me with this, bro. And I'm not being a hater. I'm not trying to be biased or none of that shit, bro. I'm being so for real, bro. Like, she lost me with this shit. Now, the songs I fuck with, I damn near can't really tell you what songs I fuck with probably 2 songs on this bitch. And that's Last Time I Saw You and probably Needle with Drake, bro. Besides those 2 songs, on the only songs I'm fucking with, bro. So straight out the back, we putting this shit in the F tier, bro. I'm sorry to say it, man, but Nicki definitely lost me with this album and shit. It's just, I feel like, that's why I don't like when artists drop a sequel to classic projects, because when you do shit like that, it's like you putting a bad taste in the mouth for the first one, bro. And it just do, bro. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will wrap this video up. If y'all enjoyed this video, man, y'all give this video a big ass thumbs up, man. Look, bro, we ain't gonna really do that many sentimental times on this video. We just, even though we is, but not really, we ain't gonna go too crazy with it, man. I just wanna say I appreciate every single one of y'all, bro. The channel is growing every day, bro. As a family, as a community, we growing every day, man. I love to see it, bro. I love to watch and just see this shit grow. And I just love that y'all support these videos and shit, man, because y'all can be doing so much shit, but y'all take the time to watch me just really yap about shit that really just yap, bro, because that's all I really be doing, just yapping. But, bro, the love I got for this music shit, bro, is like, it's kind of like the reason why, like, I go so hard with these videos, because I really appreciate and love music, bro. Like, music really do get you through some shit, and it really do, it can save your life and shit, you know, it can save anybody's life and shit. So I love to talk, and I love to get shine to projects and albums and something that or artists that people don't really talk about for real. Like, it be so many projects that, like, cause people, okay, for example, and I know I ain't gonna make this too long, but for example, Kanye West, right? The most album for Kanye West that everybody talks about is My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy or Graduation or some shit. But you never really see people shine light on Yeezus for real. Life of Pablo, you never see people shine. Yay, that was a 7-track fire project. Like, no skips from Kanye. Like, I like to get shine on the projects that nobody really gonna talk about for real and shit. Just, you know, because some people just don't give a fuck. Some people just don't know. And I love kind of probably putting people onto music they never heard before. Like, you feel me? So that's just why I love doing this shit, man. And I just appreciate y'all for watching, like I always say, man, because y'all could be doing so much shit, but y'all take the time and support your boy, watch your boy. And yeah, man, I fuck with it, man. But hey, man, I ain't gonna really get too sentimental and too long with this outro, man. I just wanna say, man, if y'all want more videos, man, hit that subscribe button, man. Hit them comments, what y'all wanna see. Who y'all wanna see for the next tier list? Now, I ain't gonna lie, man, I will be doing more female videos and shit. Definitely more tiers, cause I don't know, man. Yeah, your boy listens to female rappers and shit. You know, I definitely do. It just, I guess y'all just want to expect me too, but I listen to everything, my nigga. So let me know in the comments, and yeah, man, squad.